here today this morning to welcome you. As you must be aware, voluntary tax compliance scheme has been framed some time back. The purpose of this scheme is that there have been a lot of people who have not been filing the service tax returns, sometimes out of ignorance, sometimes out of the lethargy, and many of the time there has been a fear that if I start filing now, the interest, the penalties would be much heavier than the actual service tax paid. It is in view of encouraging the compliance and giving them a kind of a one-time opportunity that the department has come out with the voluntary tax compliance schemes. We are very happy today that the Commissioner himself is here, who will guide you about this matter, as well as the officials who will give you a detailed presentation on the subject. Apart from, of course, Parimal Kulkarni, who has been the Chamber's, as I said, representative. So, welcome you for this seminar. We hope the session goes on well. And the takeaway of this seminar would be for you to spread the word among the assessees. Wherever, of course, the assessees are present, you could see what kind of returns you have filed, whether there has been any escapement or whether there has been any kind of receipts which have not been so far offered for taxation. And in respect of the chartered accountants, it's your duty to take this particular matter further to the assessees, spread the word, so that more and more people go. Has been always boasting about a very high tax compliance, and we should always live up to this expectation.
On behalf of the department, the Commissionerate of Customs and Excise, Goa, I welcome you all to this seminar. This is basically designed by the Commissionerate, quite on the close on the heels of this new scheme announced by the Government of India. We felt that there is a need to spread this awareness among the Chamber and its members. That's why we got in touch with the Chamber, and they readily agreed to host this seminar jointly with Goa chapter of Chartered Accountants. I'm very glad, and I thank both the organizations for showing the readiness in organizing this seminar. They have already given their welcome. I felt that I should also my side of the welcome to the Chamber. So I once again welcome you all. Now I proceed further. Now Mr. Bhandari, Mr. Bokar, Mr. Parimal, Mr. Kamal, members from the trade and industry, members from the department, and I hope there will be some press people here. So members from the press and other invitees, ladies and gentlemen. Before I proceed further, I feel that it is my duty to congratulate the new body which has come into existence, new body of Goa Chamber and Industry, and we had very cordial relations with the earlier body.
Under the scheme, which are going to be covered under this PowerPoint presentation, are as follows. We have a brief introduction to the scheme, followed by the salient features of the scheme, applicability of the scheme, procedures prescribed, verifications and rejection, advantages of the scheme. However, there are certain things you have to take note of, and lastly, we have things for you to remember.
The checklist or the agenda that we have over here is pretty vast. We have also seen it in the earlier slide. We're giving a bit of a declaration, a bit of an introduction. Then we have definitions. We have a first half year that we need to think about. We'll see who can declare, who cannot declare. We will see the procedure. We'll see the immunity. We'll see the failure if there is no true declaration. And we'll see refund and recovery. And then we'll have FAQs. Now the thing is, since our Commissioner sir has already opened up the forum, I would like to maybe interact with you all going through the presentation for queries itself rather than wait till the end. So that will even maybe solve your online queries and give me an idea. If I can't say, I'll say I have to complete the balance presentation, so we'll take this up issue later. So that gives me an excuse for it. But okay, as we are all aware, VCES was introduced by Finance Bill 2003. The reason I put it over here is VCES Finance Bill 2003 had sections 94 to 100 and something. But the Scheme Finance Act which comes, that section starts from 104. The 10 sections, the 10 clauses in the bill are different from the 10 sections in the scheme. So there is a scheme which has come at the time of the bill. It starts with section 94 and 10 sections. And there is a scheme which has been announced by the Finance Act. The Finance Act got passed on 10th of May 2013. So the scheme which got announced there, those sections starts with 104. So there are some books which give reference to the bill and there are some which give reference to the Act. So please, whenever you are reading anything, give a reference to the Act.
Accepted and tax dues are settled. Such assessees who file these declarations under this scheme can avail the immunity from interest, penalty and prosecution. Under normal law, these are the tools available with the department to deal with the service tax defaulters. But with this scheme, these provisions are waived to encourage the people to come and pay their tax liability. I'm glad that there is so much of response to the seminar, and I wish that the message goes across to all corners of Goa and all the taxpayers, all service providers who have not taken registration and are not paid, not filed the returns. They'll take note of this scheme and come forward. There are still so many service providers who are yet to respond to this scheme, and so far in the Commissionerate we have got only 5-6 declarations received on this scheme, despite Commissionerate database showing about 6,000 service providers as top filers and non-filers. So means it's quite enormous, and I appeal to all service providers who have not responded so far to this scheme should come forward and take note of this scheme. There is no point in waiting and debating the issue further. Whatever way they want, we have created a separate Commissionerate at the Commissionerate. They are free to approach the Commissionerate for the details, and so that the scheme gets going in the Commissionerate without any problem. We have already mentioned in the seminar that we have constituted a separate cell called VCES cell at the Commissionerate headquarters, and all the declarations in the state from wherever they are, they should only approach this cell. There is no other cell anywhere, and they are entitled, they are required to file the declarations only with this cell. If they are filing with some range or division elsewhere, it will not be taken note of. It is treated as if it is not filed. So they have to come specifically and file the declaration with the VCES cell at the headquarters of Commissionerate, which is in Pato Plaza, Panjim. The officers are Mr. Amit Kumar, who is an Assistant Commissioner in charge of this cell, and there is one Olivia Fernandez, he is Superintendent, and there is one Inspector, Ms. Celia. So they will be functioning in this cell, and in case you need any clarification, you can approach the cell. Even if they are not there, if they are not in a position to resolve any problem, Commissioner is available in the office all the time, and the Commissioner can be contacted and to explain the problem. So the Commissioner is fully prepared to deal with this issue, and whatever may be the problems we have, we will definitely attend to the work of the trade, so that they are encouraged more to comply with the scheme and with the law.